Good morning, UHAS. We are coming to you from the Assembly Hall of Residence, the beautiful Assembly Hall. And yes, as you can already see, Jonas is back from his vacation.
It wasn't actually a vacation, but it was rather
Okay.
a project that I went to do with
Ooh.
But I will talk about that project in just a moment. But let's look at what is coming up in the show. UHAS holds Wizard Games in honor of the Vice Chancellor at home.
Then the US-based university must have visited UHAS to engage students as a part of student exchange program.
Plus, what happened to the UHAS SRC mobile app? The once popular app used by many students is no longer being used.
What made you popular in secondary school? We'll be reading comments from students.
And later, we're reading some of your birthday messages as well as your shout-out messages. It is Saturday, the 18th of March, 2023.
And you're welcome to the show. You're welcome. It's nice to have you back. Yeah.
So like I said earlier, last week I went on a project, which is a smart hub project.
Okay.
Yeah. But then we are back, so now we can focus on the show. So we're going to start as usual with our inspirational quote for the day. And this one is something, if you attended the Vice Chancellor's inauguration, the graduation.
The graduation,
You
yes.
would know it.
You would have, and you heard the speech
Exactly.
of Togbe Afede. You'd have heard this, and it says, poverty is manufactured in bed. You can't sleep like you are competing with the dead and expect to make it in the world of the living. So now, you know, I would ask you what you think about it. So,
It's two ways. And some ways, somehow I agree, some ways I may not agree.
you know, I'm interested in the disagreement. What don't you agree?
Poverty is not manufactured in bed, yes, right. But there are still some people out there who sleep more, but
And still make it.
exactly. But I'm not disputing what you're saying, but they actually
Yeah,
have a point. But
but-
everything is debatable. Everything is debatable. There's always a for and against. It happens like that. So things like this are always happening.
Yes, but when you look at those who sleep and still make it, when you go back down you realize that there were times in their lives that they had to, sacrifice their sleep, and now they are just enjoying the fruit of their labor. But okay, well, I agree. It's not made in bed. You can still sleep, but you know what you are competing against. You know what you want to achieve, because we can't fight the same fight. It depends on where you want to go. If you can learn in an hour and get the same thing, doesn't mean you should stay awake with someone who has to learn the same thing in 5 hours. So you just know yourself and go about it. Okay,
So let us know in the comment section
what you also think.
Whether poverty is actually. This is controversial. So let us know in the comment section what it is. But I want to go right to our first story for today.
Okay.
We had a university from US, that's the University of Tulsa, based in Oklahoma, coming to visit the University of Health and Allies, and there you can see it was an event that took place at the City Auditorium
On the 15th of March.
15th of March.
So this is a private research university, like you said, based in Oklahoma, and they are trying to collaborate with, they want to do a research on virus, okay, and they are collaborating, they are looking into the Volta region. And looking into the Volta region, UHAS is one of the scientific schools that is research-based, and so they are hoping to collaborate.
Exactly.
Yes, for a collaboration for exchange students even.
Yeah. So they came I think on Monday, and there was a conference where they spoke to students and were asking questions, and they were telling us a lot of interesting things about the university. Their university. Yeah, someone
What
quite
do you
interested.
remember?
I think she said something about scholarship, where they give scholarships to international students, and they also have this 6-month course that they come and do. Something like that. It means something. I don't know. They're all hoping one day we'll get the chance.
I'm very hopeful for you, Haz, because I've always been interested in exchange students, from movies oh God, when I come, I wanted to make use of this opportunity, but unfortunately, I didn't get it. So I'm hopeful that this happens, and then the upcoming students get the opportunity to do exchange programs.
And then travel abroad.
Travel abroad, my dear.
Right. So we're going to move on to our next story. It's the Wizard Games. Last week Saturday, the Wizard Games happened both here and then Hokwe. It was a game to welcome the vice chancellor, like sort of it. So there it is,
Yes,
volleyball
and
football, and Julius says it's a volleyball player.
Zenas also says he's a
Okay, I
volleyball
play
player. You know,
volleyball.
we just do a match to
I
see who
play,
is
I
the
play
best.
the mid, like usually I like to serve.
Everyone gets to serve.
Everyone
Everyone
gets to serve,
can
but there are
serve.
certain games where let's say
Okay.
like there's just one server.
Yeah,
There's
and
one
there are
person
certain
serving.
places where, okay, there are certain people who serve better.
Yeah,
At
and
first, I
there's
was really bad, but I think I've
in other
improved.
games too, they rotate. So,
Yes,
so
like,
exactly.
yeah, we usually
Yeah,
rotate.
so volleyball is
But
actually the
now,
same game. So
I mean, I'm not like up top, but I can play. It's fun, interesting. So then, as we should have a match.
so it happened here in Ho, and then
Yes, and in Hokwe,
at
and
the
for
same time.
Ho, they did it according hostel base. So we had Jim Fuga working with Alex Day against maybe say Dave, and then we had Asogli Hostel also having some matches.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll be moving on to the next topic, and
It's the UHAS mobile app.
yes,
The once popular app. What happened to the app? I mean, the app was just there. We used to use it. It came in 2019. So it was launched in 2019 by the previous administration. That was Norman's administration.
yes, and Zenas loved the app, and now
I mean,
he's seeing nothing going
You
on.
could do course registration. You could access the university portal. You could get announcements, news,
Admissions for
and
like
things
yeah,
that. And
what's
then all
going
of a
on?
sudden, after COVID, the app is no longer in use. What happened? What went wrong? Is it that students were not using the app, or
That
there
can
was
be
no
true. That's a
popularity, or
cause.
the app was not advertised?
The app was well. It was.
Apparently, I also learned that it wasn't even on the Apple App Store. It was just on the Google
Oh,
Play
okay,
Store.
yeah, I remember. It was just on the Google Play
Exactly.
Store.
I mean, that's
But
a small step, but then the more people use the app, the more popular. I don't know, maybe you have to find out what happened to that, but
yeah.
I personally think it's a good thing. Like, the app is a good thing. I mean, recently came to mind when we were asked to submit our course registration yesterday, and there were a lot of people. Like, the whole class was almost like 50 people all waiting on one small machine. And like, if we had our phones, this would have been easy. So, I mean, hope the SRC do something about it.
Okay, and now we come to the question of the day, the interesting part. What made you popular in SHS? Zenas claims he was the most. Okay, he didn't say he's the most, but he was popular. What made you popular,
I was a
Zenas?
dino.
You were what? I didn't expect it. What do you mean? It's not normal though. It's not. I have a video on my phone. I'll show you later.
I mean, it's one of the most interesting.
It is like we have in mind that you guys like food.
Not that.
Zenas, do you like food or not?
The whole school.
Yeah, you know, food that
It's the whole school, like
Exactly,
the whole school,
it
all
is.
of them sitting together and then shouting. It's not easy. It's one of the most stressful jobs.
So you also scream like, how do you draw
I mean,
attention?
okay, so for me, I just walk in the middle and then I start talking. So once I start talking, people start listening.
You walk in the middle and just start
Yeah,
speaking. Which kind of student did you have? I mean, which kind
some,
of
I mean, some will
mate?
not pay attention to
Yes,
some will
but
pay attention.
you always have to command the people to get to now pay attention. What do you do in such cases?
Let me see, Dino.
For example, in my school, most times we clap if you
Clap.
can shout.
Yeah.
When you clap, it always draws attention. Or if you can shout and
Okay,
like,
so
hey!
usually we had four. So when you see the four of us, we all had serious faces. So when the four of us walk
Hey.
in, then things change.
Which
So,
serious face. But it's really nice to wow, isn't
it's
it?
one of the best experiences. That was my experience. So let's look at what other people were saying made them popular
Because
in
I
secondary
wasn't
school.
popular.
So the first one says debate
Debate made me popular. So I guess maybe he was in the debating team, or he's one of those people who always has to argue a matter. So there was someone in my class like that, and she was popular. She always has to argue the matter. Like it can't just be no peace.
Exactly.
She
Always
likes
the two
exactly.
sides.
Okay, and the next person says class prefect. Oh, yeah, it was
And the
class
was very
prefect.
popular. I'm sure it's become my class.
Oh my gosh, my class was a science class, but actually we were most pop because we were not
popular
nice
class.
making. But
Okay. Then the next one says
Acho Banku big boss, like 13 for Kazi. What was the size of the Banku? You know, we have different sizes, but the way he's saying the thing, you can see that he showed this power. Wow, 13. He'll be popular throughout.
next one says my ability to make anyone do anything for me, no question asked, it was like juju. Hey.
Give me some of that juju. Well, that's interesting. There were people, some of my mates were like that. I just admired it. Like there was no effort.
They just
And
that
somehow
charm
people,
and exactly,
that
people
charm and that sort of like revere that people have for them. Yeah.
All right. So let's look
And
at
which
the
other
next
one?
one.
The next one, my complexion and the fluency in English was a plus. Oh yes.
I mean, also people like who can be fluent.
Complexion. What do you think she was
talking?
talking about? Her complexion.
She's fair.
She's fair.
Probably fair.
Probably, right?
Yeah, probably fair.
She
My
could
name
have been
alone,
very dark. She could have been very dark. It could make you
yeah.
popular too.
The extremities. My name alone, Audrey. My name alone, Audrey. Everyone, including our security men. I think she's talking about a name.
Yes, like
the
the, yes.
I wasn't thinking it was
Audrey. I've heard of Audrey, but the Audrey, is he a
It's-
guy or a
yeah.
male or female? Are you sure?
Audrey.
Because Audrey, it sounds, it could be male.
Nah, Audrey.
Audrey, you see what your name is causing right now. It's true. You must have been very popular.
Right.
And
Next one.
Yes, the next one.
I was. Yeah,
I was
another
popular
person.
because I was a dining hall prefect. Go dining hall
Once you're
prefect.
dining hall prefect, you're automatically
Oh,
popular.
Charlie, me,
because
I
everybody
respect you guys.
Next one says.
School prefect position, but before that, my Form 2 second term results, I had all my subjects 100%. Oh la la.
They used to post I don't know for your school.
Yes,
They
like
used to
at the end of the
post
semester on the notice board, bang bang.
everything. They draw a red line. I was used to draw a red line. So anyone below the red line.
I really am enjoying the university system where we have
Secrecy.
yes, UHAS this, then you have got index numbers, and if you can memorize 10 people's index numbers, that's good. My class rep, she knows our index
even
numbers.
like normal people in the class. Right, next comment. So I think that's one of
No, that's not it.
Okay,
There's
we
more.
do have more.
I have a friend who was talking about, yes, she's the
Okay.
one. She was a maths girl. You know, Catholic schools, maths girls are popular.
Yeah.
And Sacred Heart's president, having to do with Sacred Heart president, they get to go to other schools and stuff. So we are seeing them move about. She was a science student and she was in Science A. And my time, Science A, they were known as the most serious class. And then she was a convent girl. You know, my school is Catholic, so, you know, she's my friend. I have to break everything down. So my school is Catholic and we had convents. But not everyone could have that relationship with the sisters. But she had such good relationships that she could go to the convents, even get food. So it was like, hey, convent girl, this girl, this girl. Sisters are kind of strict, even though they are nice. But they are nice to her, and we see their strict parts. So that was the thing. And I think that would be all.
That's it. So let us know in the comment section what made you popular in high school. Getting closer and closer to the end of the show. It's going to be time for birthday messages.
Yeah,
now.
birthday messages. Unfortunately for today, I don't know.
We don't have much. We don't have much of the birthday messages.
Yes.
But I think there's one here which says happy belated birthday to Lily, MBMB level 400.
Okay, and another one here says happy birthday to Abigail. May God bless you and more of everything positive. Amen. From Venice. And so, since there are no more, I'll just give shout out to my class once again. Class dietetics level 400. And to a happy belated birthday to Danny, your class, right?
Yeah.
What are you? Oh, that's great. That's how. Okay, and okay, I think that's all.
Shout outs to my class.
Yeah, shout outs to Zena's class, PL 400, and shout out to you all our viewers who keep on, you know, faithfully
so
watching and liking and sharing. So if you haven't done that, I know you do that now. Thank you so much for watching.
This has been Good Morning. You has coming to you from the Asogli Hall of Residence. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you
See
next
you
week,
later.
same time. Goodbye.
Bye.